Thank you. Our top story this half hour, former House Representative Ty Cullen and former State Senate Majority Leader Jay English are expected to enter guilty pleas with the charges connected to taking bribes today. Both are accused of accepting money and gifts in exchange for supporting and killing legislation for cesspool and wastewater company. English allegedly received at least $18,000 in bribes, while Cullen allegedly took $23,000 in cash. And KTV4's Eddie Dowd has been live from the federal courthouse this morning where that case is set to be heard.
And these cases are only a few hours away, Eddie, and earlier you even got to speak with attorney Miles Briner to report on what we can expect forward.
Good morning, Leah and Maleko. Well, that first court appearance is set for 10 a.m. That's for Ty Cullen, and that's supposed to be a video conference. Joining me again this morning is well-known criminal defense lawyer Miles Briner. Mr. Briner, when we're talking about this case, how serious is this allegation of a bribery for a lawmaker?
This is possibly the most serious accusation that can be made against a lawmaker. It involves their public integrity and their ethics. So this is an extraordinary, event. The amount of money involved, relatively speaking, is minor. The fact of the matter is that this still involves honest services fraud, which is a very serious accusation.
What are the federal penalties for a case like this? I mean, what's the harshest punishment they could face?
They could face anywhere from 5 to 10 years incarceration, but that's unlikely. Neither one of these individuals have a history of, as I understand it, any criminal conduct. They've led stellar lives as individuals as well as apparently as politicians. They had no questions until now about how they conducted themselves. And I'm sure there's lots of public support for them from their own communities and family and friends. So at the end of the day, I would expect sentences possibly in the range from anywhere from 12 months up to 46 months. But certainly not greater than that. I'd be very surprised.
But definitely expect them to serve time in some time.
There are consequences for their actions, and unfortunately the court often feels the need to send a message. Certainly the U.S. Attorney's Office feels very strongly about this. Claire Connors I have a great deal of regard for. She wouldn't have brought these charges if he didn't have a solid case. Ken Sorensen, who's the Assistant U.S. Attorney, as I understand is handling the immediate day-to-day matters in these cases, is also a very strong advocate of terms of responsibility. And much of the credit of both the politicians my understanding is they intend to come into court today, enter plea and not guilty. However, it appears they'll be setting the case for changes of plea, most likely in the near future. And there's a high probability that they're cooperating with the government. And that cooperation could result in possibly no jail sentence or a light jail sentence as a condition of their supervised release.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Briner, for joining us this morning. And once again, that first court appearance is set to be by video conference at 10 a.m. for Ty Cullen, and then Jay English at 11 a.m. Reporting live in Honolulu, Eddie Dowd, KITV4 Island News.